Okay, so let's talk about now the next slide called the name of the game, or getting ready for the dance. So given that we've had this discussion, we know there's 4 or 5 guys that may be interested in potentially acquiring us if we did our job properly.
Right.
How do we make sure that we look really, really attractive to that guy? So step number 1 is you better start protecting your technology, right? Whatever it is. So if you and I have come up with some clever way to make a sweater, or we've come up with some wireless application or clean tech application or something like this, I cannot underscore the imperative, complete imperative of patenting your stuff.
Right.
And not Canadian patents, USPTO, United States Patent and Trade Office, USPTO.gov. Right, go check it out. And then go to get a European patent. It's called a PCT. It does not cost hundreds of thousands of dollars. It doesn't take 10 years. It costs about $5,000 to $10,000 to get started. And get started and do it immediately. Because ultimately, if they're going to buy us, they're going to buy us because A, we're good guys, but B, because we've come up with a clever way of making that sweater, or we've come up with some clever design. If you don't do this, you completely mortgage your future. Because if you don't have it, you're asking them potentially to knock it off. But if you say that you have a patent, they're not going to even bother playing with you. They'll just simply do it and buy you, and that's it. This here is a really, really important thing. So you patent the technology, you go to the licensors, you go to the big guys, you do a deal with them, it's called an OEM, you OEM it to them, or you can use them as a distribution channel with their name on it, and you stand back. And you do this, and your job for the entire 2 years is you delight that guy. You exceed his expectations. Because ultimately what he's done is he's essentially proxied that product offering to you, right? And he becomes a sales marketing machine. It's a fallacy to think that these big companies all build everything themselves. It's completely not true. They don't do that. They are a marketing machine. They are a sales machine. They have all the points of presence that you and I would never get to in a million years. So if you can walk in the door and give them something which they can profit quickly on, they're all ears, and especially if you're nice guys. And by the way, we've got a reputation as really nice guys. We really do. It's amazing. We have a great reputation around the world. Now here's this comment about arrogance and greed. Have you ever seen the movie Wall Street, right? Gordon Gekko? He was dead wrong. Greed is patently bad, right? It's like selling a house. You may not necessarily like the price when somebody comes out with the price of your house, but your rule of thumb is generally the first offer in your house is the best offer. I can tell you through painful experience, but a little bit older than you, most of my friends over all these companies that ever went long, so to speak, right, in terms of, oh, I think it's worth 20 bucks as opposed to $5, so to speak, they all lost their money. Every one of them, because greed is bad. Recognize what it is, get in, get out. So here's the problem. If you got this guy all excited that he loves the way we make sweaters, and we sit there and go, well, no, we're worth X amount of money, when in reality you're worth half of X. What do you think he's going to do?
He's going to leave.
More than leave. What he's going to do is he's going to go and he's going to find someone else to make the same sweater,
Yeah.
and you're going to be on the outside looking in, and you've just gotten screwed, right? When it was yours to lose. The phrase is nature abhors a vacuum. If you find a situation where the guy is willing to go and marry with you, and it seems right, and you go and you make some money, and you get to pay some mortgages and take care of your staff and everything, do the deal, right? Because most guys, at least in our country, that have gone along have failed, right? Again, I'm just trying to give you data points of companies in the past.